everyone always wants to know how others use AI. So I'm going to put myself to the test, and I've got this random task generator, which basically helps me come up with one random task. Could be related to marketing, sales, operations, or general business. And the idea being the task could be completed within 30 minutes using only AI tools. And I've given it a bunch of tools that I can use, basically, I have at my disposal to help me create or get the task done. Let's see where this goes. I have no idea what it's going to tell me to do. Wish me luck. It's not going to be perfect. I'm not going to edit everything. I'll do my best to, I guess, talk about what I'm doing as I go, but there'll be a lot of flicking back and forth between screens, and I'll try to describe what I'm up to. And I will also set a timer within the assistant in Perplexity when I get a sec. Go. Start a 30-minute timer for me. I'll try to keep that there as much as possible. Nope, we don't want that. Great. Tab down view. Cool. All right. Developing. Here we go. A mini social media concept campaign to boost engagement for an upcoming product launch. Skincare brand launching a new vitamin C glow. You have the product name, one key benefit, brighter skin, and last month's engagement stats. Reels. Gamma, no. Gamma for PowerPoint, Suno for music, Lovable for an app, maybe? Design? ChatGPT Projects, store all the context information, and 11 labs. Use ChatGPT. Oh, it's gonna be 3. I'll just do the marketing one. Okay, let's pull this. Use ChatGPT Projects to brainstorm 3 short-form video concepts. Suno to generate background music for one of the videos. Lovable will design a quick visual mock-up of the ad. Okay, so I've got to get to a presentation in Gamma. I've got to have an example of the jingle. I've got to use Lovable to help me design it. And ChatGPT Projects to help me come up with the concept. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create files which will go into the ChatGPT Projects to create the context. I'm going to use ChatGPT to produce fictitious information about the brand, probably the brand guidelines, the brand strategy, the social media strategy as well for the product launch and the launch plan, I guess. So let's start there. I'm going to use Wispr to talk. I've picked number 1, the marketing task. I want you to come up with what are the key documents I should add to the ChatGPT Projects as context. Don't overdo it. Just give me bullet points of a couple of key documents I need. Let's get Google Docs ready. Great. Now I want you to create for me a fictitious brand guidelines for the brand. Make it comprehensive. Make it 2 pages long. What else? What I'm going to do is I'm going to branch off using... I'm going to branch off. So basically what this is going to do is, because I'm continuing a chat in this ChatGPT conversation, I'm going to isolate it back to just the first prompt so I get a clean slate. I've chosen number 1, the marketing challenge. What I want you to do for me is create a step-by-step plan to complete the challenge. What I've already done is I'm getting the context files to help me brainstorm 3 short-form social media concepts. ChatGPT is creating for me. I'll download it, upload it to ChatGPT Projects. Tell me what else I should do step-by-step after that. Keep all the steps very concise. Don't overthink it. Let's bring up our timer so everyone has a view. Okay, so we've got our brand guidelines. Great. We're calling it Lumi Skincare. Excellent. Let's create a document. I'm also going to want to create a logo. It hasn't asked for it, but because we're in marketing, we're going to do that. Next. So I've got my brand guidelines document. I'm going to get a logo created. I'm pretty sure it didn't give me a tool for logo creation. Arguably, I could create it in Lovable. No. Let's just do it in Gemini. So create an image. One thing I like to use is an image generated prompt for meta prompting. Help me come up with a prompt that fits this product. So let's get the timer open so you all can follow. Right, we've got our brand guidelines. We've downloaded that document. Now let's do the product sheet. I should probably put that. Guide the product. The logo. Download. Let's go to the next. Great. We're nearly ready with our context documents for the ChatGPT project, which is great. We've got our prompt being created in here. This is not the image generated prompt that I want to. I just realized this is something else. Create for me a prompt that I can use to generate a logo for this particular product. And because we've got the product sheet, I'm going to load that in alongside the brand guidelines. So I'm going to create the logo, the product. For now. Great, we've got the audience snapshot, even better. That's not the right. Just the audience. Download as docs. Show it next. Great. We've nearly got all our content. Here we go. We've got our prompt. Great. Cool. Now let's create an image. 23 minutes. Excellent. We've got the last of the files. Engagement data. Let's get that downloaded. If you were to be really critical of yourself, what is one other document you might produce as context for us to help plan towards completing the task appropriately? Get that created. Cool. I actually quite like that. Oh, neat. It's quite a lot of padding around there, so let's open Canva, break rules, and let's get that away from my screen. Let's do that. There we go. Bring it into here. Cool. Let's make this a bit larger on screen. Lumi. Nice. Excellent. Right, let's download that. That's our Lumi skincare logo. Excellent. Now, I also want the logo just as is. So I'm going to go background remover. Drop it in here. See what we got. Let's see what it does for me. Wicked. Download that. I also want to get just the text. Get rid of all of it. Lovely. Download, preview, excellent. Let's get rid of this for a sec. Pull that one in. That's ruining my brand. The sizing's not great. Gamer ready. Do that. Cool. All right. We've got, let's get one more context document. Go. Right. Uploaded context files. Ask ChatGPT Projects to generate 3 video concepts. Great, we'll do that. We also need a product shot. Now create a product shot that aligns to the brand. I just want the product. See what it comes up with. Let's get this document. Campaign brief. Fantastic. Go. Excellent. All right, let's see. We've got our projects. Projects are great. It means we can contain all of our context about the brand. And I should have done that project only. Let's go again. Project only. So what I'm saying here is it will only pull context or memory from the documents I'm uploading into this project or the conversations I've had. It's not going to pull any context or memory from conversations I've had outside of this particular project. So it's a folder structure effectively. Brand guidelines, product sheet, audience snapshot, engagement data, skincare campaign. Awesome. All right. Is that what we're building? It's kind of ugly. Anyway, let's start with that for now. We've got our logos and stuff. What is it? Logo should embody the core values, stylized mark, design, etc. I think we included the product. Oh, it's a serum. Okay. Great. Let's do that. That looks fun. Cool. So we've got a product shot, different types of logos. you know what? Let's go to Reve. Let's get ourselves creating some in here. Cool. Start the image. So what I'm going to do here is upload the product. These are all the previous ones I've created. I want you to tell me about a person who might use this product, explain what they would be doing with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a couple of shots with someone actually using this product, and hopefully it references brand guidelines, etc. Like Maya Rivera, don't know who that is. Oh, well, it's snapshot. Here you go. Cool. Well, let's get Maya and see what Reve comes up with. This is great because you can drop in your prompt. It uses Mid-Journey in the background, creates multiple images. I can actually determine how many shots I want it to create. I don't know what this does by default. It's just creating one. Okay, it's got a couple. Great. Let's see how. Let's get our timer back. Where are we at? 17 minutes. Okay, we're actually doing okay for time. Okay, so we've loaded all of our context into the project. So now we've got 5 files that it will talk to and draw context from. It's grounded in that information. Super helpful. Right, let's generate 3 I actually don't know. This is the context. This is the context for the campaign. I'm going to carry this over here. That, we want to edit. Right. Going backwards. Now we're going to complete that step. Let's do a bit of meta prompting. Come up with some comprehensive prompts for each of the steps from step 2 through to step 7. Make them very detailed and make them appropriate for the project and what we're doing. Wait, I'm going to do this. This is actually a better way. I'm going to take each of these steps, taking my meta prompt. I'm actually going to start. What you're going to get out of here. I'll talk you through what I'm doing in a sec. It's not showing yet. So I've got all these steps, right? And they've been created in this conversation, but this conversation doesn't have all of the brand document, strategy, product context that we have within our project folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all those steps and I'm going to say, based on all the context you have within the files up here, create for me sufficient meta prompts or prompts. I'm going to do meta prompting to create prompts for each of these steps. So what it's going to do now is create me a prompt for step 2, step 3, and so forth, which I will then use as part of the next step in the process because we want more rich context. See, it's picking up. Maya has come back into this. Rewrite the prompts, make them even more detailed, lean on more and more of the context within the brand guidelines, the product strategy document, all of the knowledge you have within this particular project to enrich these prompts to be more effective. Just improve the outcome at the end of the day. Let's see what comes. Oh, okay. So let's use, this is Maya. She's using the product. Great. This is Maya's morning routine. Is that Maya again? That is not Maya again. That is somebody else, which is also fine. We could start that out of the way. What I'm going to do is Maya is going to become the hero. Create for me 2 different scenes across 4 images, and I want her to be using the product in different settings, you know, different times of day or in different environments. So 8, see what it gives me. All right, let's go back to Lumi Skincare. We've got our prompts now. Excellent. Generate 3 video, short form video concepts. Yeah, so I'm going to take this first prompt, Great, much better. I'm going to trust that it has all the context. I'm going to go back into this chat because it has all the context from campaign. And I've told it what it has all the context about the brand. And now this is the challenge, the brief that I've given it. I'm going to give it the prompt. Let's see what it comes up with. So after we create short form video concepts, we choose the best concept. Let's evaluate it. So we want to put all this context into our presentation, right? Let's get this ready. We've got our product. We need to get our audio. Let's see what this has created. Perfect. You have everything from the audit sets, drawing on the context from the project. Fantastic. It's giving me concepts. Glow under the microscope, educational and science-backed. Macro texture of serum drop hitting skin video through. You know what? I'm going to even step outside further. Let's go and create some videos. We really want to really impress our clients. I hope I'm not overreaching here. I'm running out of time. This is our first concept. Let's see what we can create. Give it ingredients. Let's use frame. So I need to go and get the image. So I'm going to pick a starting frame. Great. So we've got all these images now. It looks a bit funny there. He's outside there. Sure. Different scene. What else we got? Working out. Looks a bit strange in some way. I don't think she'd be doing that. I don't think he'd be doing it at the beach either. All right, we've got a couple of shots. Let's start with that. Let's do the night routine as well. Create for me a totally different shot. Like, she looks quite similar in all the shots you've given me. Have her facing a mirror and the camera is behind her or off to the side with a slightly different angle. All right, let's use flow. Let's use... Then we've got our image that we can add. Take the first one we had. All right, great. So we have... Let's do portrait. This is Reels, remember? Crop and save. See what we get. Do not want those. We're uploading that one. Choose the best concept. All right, so we've got our 3 concepts. We're going to create some short form for each, but we also need to grade each of these. Great. Now grade. Pick one. So I'm going to do all the conversation for the prompting and decision making all through this one chat, and then that's going to help me at the end create the content that I'll push into Gamma to create the presentation pack. All right, let's see what video 3 comes up with, and I will also get prepared. We want to create another concept. Number 3 was the winner, so let's... It's going to be a bit slow, so we'll just start a new tab, get the other video going. Concept. Sunlight spills over Maya as she opens curtains. See what that comes up with. See, okay, we've got some much better shots in. It's quite erotic. Don't think that's happening. That's a good one. Get that. So that. Would that save? No. Okay. we've picked our image. They've chosen number 3. Great. So how do we? What's the next prompt? Generate music with Suno. Running light on time, but that's okay. Lovable going as well. Right. See what was.
What makes vitamin C
actually work? It's
Wow. Okay. And then let's see if we got our image of. Yeah, here in the curtains. This one. Oh, save. Oh, that one. Right, so now we've got our jingle. Context. Type any idea you have. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Let's just use this. Let's see what we can. Again, we've given this much context. Right. So what we're going to do is we'll take the prompt from ChatGPT that it created for me for the jingle, and we're going to just dump it all in and see what it creates and comes up with. Yeah, whatever. Get rid of it. Okay, that's not working. Create. Yes, I'm not sure. Instrumental, no. Yes, we want instrumental. Audio. Wait, no. Why is that? No. Just give it that. Why are you not doing this? $200 characters? Describe in under 200 characters. 5 minutes. We are up against the clock team. Right, now we need a mock-up. So... Okay, we've got this. Let's get the music. Create the music. We have triggered ChatGPT to create the... we've triggered ChatGPT to create the... Cool, we've got some images to create the content for the slide deck. Now, let's use that. Cool. Okay, we've taken that. Then we're gonna get rid of this. Okay, so I've given Gamma the guidance. It's going to create a presentation. Wait, what was the end of the campaign quest? That'll do 7 days to glow. Yeah, it's only 11. Stop. Great. Download. What? Publish. Now our song is live and able to be shared. We've got that. Now we've got our PowerPoint, generate from notes, create the thing. Got 2 videos. Let's see what this one's like.
Some mornings start with coffee.
Mornings start with coffee.
Mine starts with a glow.
Mine starts with a glow.
Well done. You know what? We're going to use the script really quickly, and we're going to download this as the original size. See if we can get this in concept plus audio. This one at the moment. Great. Prompts. Let's just assume this looks pretty good. Rationale. Now Lovable. Take all of this and create for something that's visually impressive that I can create in Lovable to describe what's happening and illustrate. 2 minutes. Get rid of this. Oh. Okay, we've got our video, sample video. We've got our audio with our music. I want you to overlay the MP3 audio across the MP4 and make it very quiet in background noise. I want to retain the audio from MP4 as well. The script's great for editing. Now we've got our Gamma project underway. Let's pull in the file into Gamma. So my prompt created. Don't need this anymore. We still need to do our Lovable. Let's see what this creates for us. You can link to it. Attaching the brand feeling and our hero character. Oh, come on. Just logged in. I think I'll run out of time, but we will continue on. Let's see where we get to. Oh, neat. 47 seconds. That's our main character product. Let's go. Transcript, don't need that.
Some mornings start with coffee.
Some mornings start with coffee.
With a glow.
Mine starts with a glow.
Great. And then we'll delete the end of that. We will export this. We could add the overlay. So let's do that. No, I don't want that. Local export. Export. Oh wait, let's do video export because we're actually going to do this. Going to add it to our go. Right, we've hit our time. Let's just finish it off and see what we can get done. Logo. Yep. Cool. Vitamin C, Lumi, brighter skin, introducing 7 days. The concept. Each creator becomes a storyteller, documenting their personal glow. We've actually created an ad, not a storytelling. Anyway, UGC first, morning renewal theme. Let's add in an image. Let's bring in our star of the show. Let's bring in. Give me a high-level summary of who Maya is in 7 bullet points. See if it understands that. Cool, here we got our link. We've got our link. Don't need any more. Sample created. You know what? This would have been a much better exercise if we had used something like Make UGC or one of those AI UGC creators. So I might add that tool to the prompt moving forward. Spinning up a preview. Don't tell me that. We don't. That's not incorrect. We're not. We're already finished. Anyway, now we've got Maya. Here we go. Let's put her information into here. So she's our target audience. Morning renewal theme. She's starting here. We've got the sample creative of morning renewal, which we present, show what it looks like.
Some mornings start.
Excellent. Why this campaign will win. Let's have something here. Upload. Image upload. Let's do the product here. Smaller. Join the Lumi Glow Challenge of the campaign. Awesome. What we haven't got is our Lovable piece. Should have got into that earlier. Let's pause this for a second. All right, we're back. So let's just recap on what we were tasked to do. We had to develop a mini social media concept campaign to boost engagement for the upcoming product launch, which we named Lumi. It's about a vitamin C glow serum. We wanted to encourage as many of our influencers that we came up with to use Reels and to use Reels as part of our own launch. We were tasked with using Gamma for PowerPoint, Suno for creating music, Lovable for creating a concept or a mock-up, ChatGPT Projects for creating concepts, creating context within a project discussion, and 11 Labs for voice. We didn't do that. Anyway, 30-minute challenge. What do we come up with? So let's go to the end product. This is Lumi Skincare. So we used AI to help concept and come up with all of this content in this presentation, including the direction for the logo, which we have a product for as well. We talk about brighter skin. This is the whole concept that we would take to the customer. It's about a UGC-led transformation series. We came up with some audience segments and target individuals. It'd be UGC first, morning renewal theme, 7-day arc. We even came up with a creative, which kind of cool.
Some mornings start with coffee.
Some mornings start with coffee. Mine starts with a glow.
So we need a bit of work there. Some spelling errors, the music runs on. It's a concept. We would use that video to attract influencers, I would guess, and we would have another VO3 image created or video created to talk about what's in it for them. The campaign page, we used Lovable to create a landing page, which looks as follows. So 7 days to glow, start your glow journey, watch the challenge, your 7-day journey. Pretty good. Has all the content we gave it that we created in Nano, Banana, and Gemini. Let's see what happens if we go to the next page. Nothing yet. So we'd have to work on that. But high level, that would give the client a feel for what we would be doing. And then why this campaign would win. Data backed. We've got Reels to back up, etc., etc. So anyway, within 35 minutes, we were able to create the starting point for a concept in a campaign. Of course, if you had the existing assets for products, for influencers, for a strategy, for brand guidelines, for all that stuff, all the ingredients you need, you can move really quickly to do a lot of this stuff. Of course, it's not perfect. There's a lot of editing that's required, but you can imagine if you have the right ingredients, the job can be done fairly quickly. Hopefully that's interesting. Subscribe to more.